I'm sure you've probably all heard of the term 90-minute movie, right? It's pretty much everywhere. And for a long time, Disney was the reigning champion of making short animated films. Sometimes they were under 90, 80, or even 70 minutes. But then, during somewhere in the 90s or something, things started to change. America got animated movies that were sometimes over 100 or possibly even 110 minutes. Now for this video, we're counting down the top 10 longest American animated films. Because this video is about America. Yeah, America, the greatest country in the goddamn world. This is going to be the most patriotic video ever. Counting down top 10 longest American animated movies. Now some rules apply here. Number 1, no Japanese films, because a lot of them are very long and they do not count. Number 2, you have to be long. And number 3, well, it's a magic number, so... But anyway, let's get started. And since this is about America, you know what I'm about to do. Ready? 3, 2, 1, hit it! Sing 2, with a runtime of 1 hour and 50 minutes. Now, I have not seen this movie yet, but I have heard not so good things about it. That's pretty good. But, I mean, I have seen the first. It is literally the best Illumination film, without a doubt. A lot of people say, oh, choose back musicals, back in original, You know what I think they are? They're just babies, because Sing actually tells really compelling stories for some characters. Like how Johnny has to make a difficult decision of either one to become a singer or mafia boss, but with one he has to make a big sacrifice. They're very compelling stories, and with Sing 2, the stories are even more compelling, which is why the film has to be so long to tell them all. Also, the first film was an hour 48 in case you didn't see the opening, so yeah. The first film, great movie. Hope the second is better. Let's move on. Number 9. Ratatouille, with a runtime of 1 hour and 51 minutes. Now, I have seen this movie, and I gotta say, it's a damn fine movie. It is made by Pixar, obviously, so of course it has to be good. But hot damn, this movie is pretty great. Of course, it's not set in America, it's set in France, which is odd because it's Pixar. But I mean, they have an upcoming movie that's set in Canada, so if the movie's set in Canada, anything can happen. Canada is like the greatest country in the world. No, America is, because America is great. Yeah, France is good too. I haven't been to it, but I've heard good things about France, and I've heard good things about this movie. So I watched it, and it's damn great. And also, it has a very big runtime to tell all the story that it needs to tell. So yeah, pretty great film. Shay Riddler says it's Pixar's magnum opus. So if you're watching this, yes, it is. I wouldn't consider it its magnum opus, but I would consider it a pretty great film. Now let's move on. Now, before I move on to number 8, I just gotta explain some things. This is actually my second time filming this video. Why? Well, that's because in the first video I made kind of an error. I forgot to mention the number 8 spot. I skipped this and just moved on to Mitchell's, which that was supposed to be number 7 on the list. Spoilers. And since I actually forgot Ralph Breaks the Internet, and I didn't want to do it the second time, I basically just put Cars on number 6 and number 5 because I'm cheap. So, yeah, I kind of fricked up there, so I'll make sure not to frick up with it again. So, yeah, let's just go to number 8. Number 8. Ralph Breaks the Internet, with a runtime of 1 hour 52 minutes. This is the one I didn't mention in the previous video, but a lot of people really don't like this film. Let's see, scroll. Oh, I guess a lot of people like this film. Well, anyway, some people don't like this film. But I mean, it is okay. It's not good as the original because, I mean, it's Disney. Disney sucks ass. No, they suck balls. No, you know, I'm quoting from the Nostalgia Critic. Yes, the Nostalgia Critic. Disney sucked ass balls. Yes, he actually did say that, so. Yeah. But I mean, the film is okay. It's not one of the best. But I mean, is there really a point to have like a great run, that big of a runtime? To be perfectly honest, they could have just gone under 110. But I mean, I like very long anime movies because I mean, they're very rare to come across. Like everything is just under 100 minutes now, but that's changing. Oh damn, it's changing. Number 7. The Mitchells versus the Machines, with a runtime of 1 hour 54 minutes. Now, this is from Sony, and I gotta say, Sony did a real great job with this film. I mean, seriously, what the hell? They went from making the Emoji Movie to this. We had also Spider-Verse, but that's later on the list, so just say no. But I mean, this is a pretty great film. I ranked it on A tier on my ranking of 2021 animated movies, which you should probably watch because I make very good content. You're watching this and I make very good content. Yeah, and yeah, it has a very long runtime. I actually didn't notice that when I started watching it. Actually, I did notice it. It took a long time to get through, but that wasn't the greatest film in any way whatsoever. Because of the long runtime, it actually is able to tell its own story because it has so much runtime. It can tell as much as it wants. Yeah, great film. Let's move on. Number 6. The Incredibles, with a runtime of 1 hour 55 minutes. Now, I actually have a theory for why it's so long. I mean, it is meant to be a parody of superhero movies, right? So, technically, the runtime is meant to make fun of those superhero movies that are incredibly long. Like most Marvel movies are like over 2 hours. Hell, Endgame is literally over 3 hours long. That's pretty damn long. I have nothing else to say. It's a pretty great film, but I mean, it is like they could have gone 5 extra minutes and they could have get 2 hours. Oh, that beautiful 2 hour mark. Now, the next film on our list is The Very Big Pickle. We're going to get to that. Number 5. Cars. Freaking Cars. This is a pretty great film. My brother says it's one of his favorites, 10 out of 10. I give it like a 8 out of 10. But you know what I don't like about this movie? The freaking runtime. And you want to know why? You think it says it right here, an hour 57. Yeah, you think it says it right there. But no, some other resources say that it's an hour 56. Yes, on the copy that I have on the box, and on Disney Plus, literally also says an hour 56. So I don't know what the runtime is, so I'm just gonna say it's both. It's an hour 56 and it's an hour 57. Let's move on because I don't want to talk about this anymore. Number 4. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, with a runtime of... Wait. What? Are you seriously kidding me right now? It says it's like an hour 56, even though it's an hour 57. Netflix says it, and everyone else says it's an hour 57. It is an hour 57. Even Wikipedia says it. Look, I'll show you right now. Look, an hour 57. Even IMDb says this. Look, an hour 57. Look, an hour 57. That's the runtime of this film. It's a pretty great film. It's one of Sony's best, but I mean, just pick the runtime. It's 1 hour 57, Google. I mean, I still hate Google for that. I mean, they said the runtime for Sponge on the Run was an hour 40, but guess what? It was not even an hour 100 minutes. It was only 1 hour 31. Great job, Google. Screw you. Number 3. The Incredibles 2. The runtime of... Oh, come on! Really? That's not the runtime, Google. This is the runtime. 1 hour 58. Look, it says right there. 1 hour 58 minutes. Even Disney Plus says it. Look, right there. 1 hour 58 minutes. Boom. Runtime. It's not 2 hours, and it's not any less. It's 1 hour and 58 minutes. Anyway, that's the runtime. A very good film. Let's move on. Number 2. Fantasia is one of the greatest animated films ever made. Many do because of how it's presented. It is literally not, there's no cast. The main characters are the animators who animate this masterpiece, and the music is incredible, and it's an excellent film. And it's also very damn long as well. Also 9 plus. Very nice. I mean, like, yeah, this is a pretty long film. It came out in 1940, and it's 2 hours and 6 minutes. Yeah, 1940. That is literally, like, we're living in the 21st century, people. You can't make a 2-hour animated movie, yet Disney can, and they made it back in 1940? Jesus, America's weak. Like, they just can't do anything. They're weak and useless. All Americans are fat dweebs. Like, just make a 2-hour movie. Oh, it costs too much? Well, stop being babies and make a 2-hour movie, god damn it. But now I think I know what you're waiting for. And the number 1 longest American animated film of all time is... Yeah. Pretty sure that's not what you were expecting. Well, this film comes from Ralph Bakshi, who I've only seen one of his films, and that's Wizards. Many do because of every other film he's made is either provocative, vulgar, or weird as hell. I mean, I have read the Parents' Guide, so that is understandable. But I mean, Wizards is also like that, but that's a PG, so I guess PG is just like the new R, right? Am I right? Am I right? No. But I mean, like, this gets way too many low ratings. I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't give an opinion on it, but I mean, can't be that bad, can it? Future episode of my thoughts of. But I mean, yeah, this is literally longer than most of the Studio Ghibli films. It's actually shorter than Mononoke, which is 2 hours 14, which is also shorter than Tale of Princess Kaguya, which is 2 hours and 17. I have to watch that film. I heard really good things about it. But I mean, this is a very long ass film. It probably take like very long to get through. It just came out in 1978, and not one single American can actually make a film like this anymore? Like, seriously, you're useless, guys. Useless. You know what? Fuck America. Like, screw you guys. You are useless. Japan can make longer animated movies than you. You have a higher GDP. Do something with that money. Don't just spend it on guns, tanks, and South Korean military bases. Actually make a long animated movie. Jesus. But yeah, basically that's the top 10 longest animated films of all time in America. I hope you enjoyed this delve into why America is so useless. But for now, I also have to go. So I'll see you soon. Also, by the way, if you're watching this, then yes, this is the remastered version. There were some revisions to make, like how I forgot to mention Ralph Bakshi. Also, you might want to know that this is also approaching 14 minutes. I might make it longer than my previous video, top 10 best films of all time. But no, second best is still good enough.